Hey guys, Mad Theories here. Now, oh my god, yo, oh my god, like, man, this weekend, it just, I don't know, it felt like it's so long. When you come back to the weekdays, it feels like it's like blah. But, today's, what if story is basically gonna be about what if Madara would have had Sasuke first. Now, the thing is, in this what if story, Obito is basically he's dead. Obito's dead. Like the rock came down and it crushed him and everything. So just gonna get right into it. So basically, how he would have had Sasuke, he would have manipulated the whole fact that Itachi basically killed the entire Leaf Village. So he would have manipulated it. It would have been like, there's only one person he didn't kill. It was basically me, and I was kind of like hide it out, this and that and whatnot. And two, he would have said that, he would have told him about the plan, about the infinite Tsukuyomi. He would have told him that there's a possible way you could save your family and bring them back and whatnot. But how he would have done that, because you remember how when Orochimaru sent the Sound Ninja 4 to go beat up Sasuke and be like, yo, come join us, come join Orochimaru, he can teach you great things, blah 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 and whatnot. So White Zetsu would have showed up and would have told him that there's this person who can teach you, this is other Uchiha that's actually still alive and whatnot, and Itachi didn't kill him and whatnot. He didn't even know of his existence and whatnot. So he would have been more interested that this is a Uchiha that's not dead, because in Sasuke's mind everybody was dead and whatnot, and only Uchiha he ever seen was Obito and Madara. That was pretty much it. But Madara would have came along, he would have twisted the truth around. He would have twisted the truth around and said that, yeah, the Leaf Village was evil, blah 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 and whatnot. But he would have saved it after when he killed Itachi, and then he would have told him that the Leaf Village was evil and this and that, and then that's when you would have seen Sasuke hold over the mantle of being like an Akatsuki. He would have been like an Akatsuki member, because everybody would have had, eventually would have been defeated. So how when you seen him in the Akatsuki gear, he would have been the leader. He would have been the leader. So I mean, even though it was only would have been like Kizame, White Zetsu, it would have been them. Like nobody else would have basically been alive and whatnot. Everybody would have pretty much would have been dead. So yeah, he would have been just like somewhat the leader. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm bugging. It would have been Kizame, White Zetsu, and then his team, like the Taka team. It would have been them. They would have been like the Akatsuki for like a bit and whatnot. Then after for a while, he would have been like, this is how you have to run things, you have to do everything. So he would have had him start up the war. He would have started up the war, and he would have done everything else. So at the end of all of the ropes, Naruto is trying to save Sasuke, and Sasuke is far gone, because Sasuke is running around killing people. He kills Danzo with no hesitation. Like when he sees him, because Madara is gonna manipulate that. He's gonna tell him, oh yeah, the one person that obviously that, which is true, he's gonna tell him like the truth, but it's gonna be in a manipulative way. Like, oh yeah, it was Sarutobi, it was Danzo, they had a part of it, and the rest of the village too. They knew about it and they didn't say nothing. And now he gonna manipulate the truth, making Sasuke even more pissed off. So when he kills Danzo and whatnot. And then obviously Sarutobi's dead, so there's nothing you can do about that. But he would have killed him and whatnot. He would have raised a lot of hell. He would have raised like a lot of hell, because only thing that's running on Sasuke's mind is fulfilling the wish and the dream of what Madara wants and stuff, because obviously to bring him back to life and whatnot, to do everything else. But here is the kicker. Here is the kicker of how everything would have turned out. Sasuke would have prevented the whole Naruto bringing like the whole Leaf Village back, because he would have been saying that the Leaf Village is poison. They cancer. They have freaking cancer. And he would have been telling them like, well, listen, they was the ones that wanted the Uchihas dead. They was the ones that had started up the coup, because look what Danzo did. He would have been telling him all types of things. He would have been like, Danzo's the one who took Shisui's eye and whatnot, and he had Itachi kill like the Leaf Village and whatnot. He had him kill him and whatnot. But freak that, he would even tell him even more that it was Shisui and Itachi. Shisui and Itachi had to kill the entire Leaf Village, because think about it, Obito kind of helped Itachi, but since I'm saying Obito will be dead in his theory, it would have been Itachi and Shisui. Shisui would have been the same way as Itachi, would have been messed up, but both of them basically would have killed the entire Leaf Village. But in this what if story, Shisui would have never died. They both would have been leading like the Akatsuki, along with Pain, because Pain would have had the main say so. But those two would have been in the Akatsuki together. Like, I wouldn't have said Shisui would have died. Only thing would have happened was just that Danzo would have had Shisui's eye, and that's it. And the thing is, it's like after when Sasuke killed Itachi, Shisui's pissed because he's trying to tell him that no, it was this and that, but then again he kills him too, because he was like, you helped him, you know, you was his best friend. So it would make sense, it would have made sense for Itachi to have his best friend kill the entire Leaf Village, I mean the Uchiha clan together, instead of it being Obito, because Obito didn't have no part to be there. He was just there helping because of what Madara's orders was. So it would have made sense for his best friend to be there, killing the entire Uchiha clan together. So that way it would have built up even more of a storyline where Itachi and Shisui was there, and then Sasuke has to kill them both. So he kills Itachi first, and then he kills Shisui. So after for a while, it causes like this crazy amount of battle between them and whatnot. Then Madara is just sitting there chilling, like, okay, you did well. Danzo was dead, so you killed the three that had to do with it. You killed the one who started the war, and then you killed the one who actually allowed this to happen and killed their own clan because they wanted to save the village. Because Madara would have gotten his head that the Uchihas are strong. They don't need nobody else. They're a huge family. They didn't need anybody else then. They didn't need anybody else now, because it's like, why would you massacre your own clan for the Leaf Village? That's stupid and whatnot. He would have been telling him that the Leaf Village was weak to begin with because they was afraid of the Uchiha power. They was afraid. So Sasuke would have been thinking, like, you know what? It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that you're telling me this. And then Madara would have been like, hell yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So basically, Sasuke would have been raised in hell. He would have been raised in hell. And I would have said that after when he would have killed them, he would have been pissed at Naruto. This would have made their rivalry even more intense, rather than I'm trying to save a friend, compared to I want to be a dictator throughout the entire world. Because Sasuke would have been pissed at Naruto once when Naruto would have had gotten Nagato to bring everybody from the Leaf Village back to life. He would have been pissed off because he was like, I kind of wanted them dead, everybody dead, but you bring them back to life and whatnot. So he would have been pissed off and been like, you're messing up my plans, I gotta kill you. And then Naruto was like, you know, I'm trying to save you, you're like a brother, you're a family to me. He's telling him, whoever is not a Uchiha is not family and whatnot. And he would have walked off and whatnot. So everything would have been according to plan. So he basically would have had his war. He would have raised war throughout the entire I was gonna say the Leaf Village. No, he still would have raised war throughout the entire Leaf Village. But when the main war itself, you know, it would have been him and Madara standing side by side, and he would be like, "Yo, Sasuke, so about my resurrection, what happened?" He would have been telling him that Naruto basically had Nagato resurrect the entire Leaf Village, and then he would have been like, I see. So everything kinda would have went into plan, but things would have gotten different towards the ending. Where, like I said before, Sasuke would have been doing a lot of killing and a lot of grimy stuff, as when he almost killed Karin. You know, he would have been doing something like that and then some. But when he would have been on like that near-death experience type thing, because when Madara resurrected himself, that's when he would have met Hagoromo. Hagoromo would have been telling him it would have been breaking it down to him that you was fooled, you was duped by Madara, blah blah blah, and would have told him and even showed him the exact truth. And then once when Naruto would have had that near-death experience, that's when he would have been talking to both of them, you know, and stuff like that. Like, y'all two need to work together because y'all both the reincarnation. So the fight would have been even more it would have been more interesting because Sasuke's eyes would have been awakened to everything. Because Hagoromo would have been telling him the exact truth, that Madara basically manipulated you. He twisted the truth around. None of the stuff that he told you didn't happen, and he wanted you to believe this so that way you can work under him. So once when he would have told him the truth and showed him the light on what he needed to hear, then he would have, his eyes would have been open to like a lot of things. But you know, it would have made like a lot of sense. It would have made like a lot of sense if this would have went down this way, because again, Naruto would have been like that person that would have been nagging Sasuke, because he would have been like, oh my god, like, you need to go somewhere, like, I'm trying to fulfill this quest, I'm trying to fulfill what I need to do, and you're in the way. So it would have made their rivalry even more intense. So that way, when he would have been like, okay, I wanted to, after learning about the truth about what Madara, after when everything was said and done, he would have wanted to become a dictator, because even though he is the last remaining Uchiha left, he would have wanted to become a dictator towards the end. So that way, the stuff that happened will never happen again to anybody else, compared to when Naruto was like, I want to fight for peace. So you would have one person fight for peace and one person fight for control and whatnot, control and dominance, and obviously becoming a dictator and whatnot. But that's how I believe that would have went in my little what if story, of where you know, both Itachi and Shisui was together and murdered the entire Uchiha clan together. And then you have Sasuke on a blood path and rage. He wants to kill them, Danzo, and whoever else that knew about it, and whoever else that was there, and whoever else that caused this massacre to happen. He would have been like, I want y'all dead. And then, like I said before, he would have been pissed at Naruto because Naruto brought back the Leaf Village. He would have been even more pissed off because he thought that once when Pain destroyed them all, that was it. He can kind of like move on from there to what else Madara would have wanted, but he would have been pissed off. It would have made their rivalry even more intense, and it would have made more sense that it went down this way. But, you know, that's my little what if story to this what if theory. So if you like what you heard, you like, you know, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful